video, actually.
Oh, a video. Hello. Welcome. This is our volunteer barbecue. And Councillor Katrina Arneson. Oh, long-time volunteer. So first of all, I would like to thank our sponsors, which is, I can read that, Lee's Market for the water and pop, Otter Co-op for the burgers and buns. Thank you to Alder Grove for lemon and Walnut Grove Save-On Foods, as well as Safeway. Wow. Thank you, Grace. And also to our burger flipper is Keith. He's with the Surrey Fire Department. Thank you, Keith.
Yeah, Keith.
So we're going to go first with the volunteers because that's kind of why we're here. So we would like to give a very special thank you to our volunteers. The BC Farm Museum is 100% volunteer powered.
Yay.
A volunteer board of directors manage the overall operations of the museum. Volunteers repair and restore the artifacts that are kindly donated from the community, including family cherished heirlooms that we proudly accept and display for the pleasure of our visitors. Museum volunteers greet our guests, share stories, provide guided tours and demonstrations like the blacksmith shop right behind us, rope making, tomato and egg sorting, and young people can try out hammering nails using a hand drill and sawing just right behind you. And one of my grandson's very, very favorite things to do when he comes to the museum is to race around on those little metal tractors. So we have the International, we have the Ford, and now, thanks to Michelle and Rich, we also have Sandy's favorite color, a John Deere. So now we have 3. Museum volunteers attend community events to promote the museum. Threshing at McGinnis Farms, the Aldergrove Fair with Lloyd and his What's It displays, and antique tractors. Our volunteers are committed and passionate about the museum. In 2021, recorded volunteer hours, 9,184.5 volunteer hours, which calculates to $183,690. So that's pretty amazing. Our volunteers are committed and passionate about the museum, and it shows. We are pleased to be voted as Langley's #1 museum in the Langley Advanced Times Best of the Best. So we really need to celebrate what we're doing in the museum for sure. Okay, so now that we've thanked all of the volunteers, we also like to thank our supporters, and of course our MLA, Megan Dykeman. Of course, with our BC Gaming funds we receive are valuable in assisting us with our operations and our program costs. Also, Megan represents the Langley District 4-H, and which is very near and dear to our hearts. And as part of the Township of Langley Council, we have Councillor Blair Whitmarsh.
Here.
Oh, they go over there. Councillor Katrina Arneson.
Hello.
And Councillor Margaret Kunst.
Hello.
And the Township of Langley has been so supportive of the Farm Museum, and we just truly appreciate the partnership that we have with them and working alongside with them. And we would also like to acknowledge, Andy's not here, but if Andy Schilborn was here, we would thank him for something special that's happening. I'm not sure if we're going to throw that out there at the moment. And then also we have from Van City, which actually has to kind of do with what Andy's about, is Ricardo, Mick, and Ian. Did I get that right? Yeah. And
They got money.
they got, yeah. And they also are supporters of us, and we're going to be really close friends with these people as well. And last but not least, I would really like to thank, well, she's about the heart, I could describe her in a couple of words. She's the heartbeat of the Farm Museum, and that's Grace.
Yeah, Grace.
Grace is thoughtful and appreciates and values the time that all the volunteers put in to make the museum their second home. Yeah, and also, it wouldn't be right to not recognize some very, very special volunteers that are not with us. We have George Muller, we have Jim Kress, and of course, most recently, Wally Dick and Don. So I really appreciate your time being here, and it's a very, very special place, a museum. Have they had a tour yet? Oh, you just wait. Yeah. You'll be.
Sandy,
yeah.
that's a good job for you.
Yeah. There you go, Sandy.
Sandy will let you ride a tractor if you reduce the interest rate.
That's on the pedal power tractor.
Pedal powered.
So let's all give a hand to the volunteers and the people that support the museum and make it a wonderful place to live. Oh, and I'm Sharon Long, by the way. I'm the president of this fine establishment.